Welcome back, my friends, to the Predictive Playbook. This is the NFL edition, and this is a wonderful NFL weekend and college football weekend, too. We just got done with the college football show, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you get over there and check those plays out. Bobby does 3 plays each: college football, NFL. I tag along just to give another one to make it an even 4 picks for our combined shows. Bobby Krivitsky, if you don't know him, he's my host on the SportsMapRadio. And also, he is a reporter, an NBA reporter for Basketball Insiders. Welcome to the show, Bobby. What do you think of this NFL card coming up on Sunday?
John, like you said, always love coming on the Predictive Playbook. We dove into the college games for this weekend. Excited for this NFL show. What a schedule we have here. It's a very exciting slate. And of course, there's a rather big game generating a lot of attention that we're going to dive into.
Yeah, and I guess that would be the Bucs and the Patriots. That's going to start at 8:20 p.m. This will be the first time Mr. Brady has ventured into Gillette Stadium since being a Patriot, and there's going to be a lot of pomp and circumstance leading up to this game, for lack of a better way to describe it. But I think once the game starts, this is going to be very competitive and a very hard-fought, entertaining game. But more importantly, Bobby, where do you think we should put our money in this game?
So everything I'm about to bring you here for all these games comes from BetOnline. And the fact that you can get the Bucs at -7, to me, that's a no-brainer. A lot of people have already pounded it. To start the week, it was at 6.5, and obviously the line moved. You can get it for -106. So like I said, this is a layup in my opinion. And a lot of people talk about the familiarity between Brady and Belichick working advantage Bill in the hoodie and what that defense is going to be able to throw at Tom Brady. Well, that's a two-way street. Brady saw Belichick's defense in practice every single day during the week for 20 years. He knows what's going to be thrown his way and that Bill likes to spin the dial. He's going to have some trickery of his own. I think that just lends itself towards advantage Buccaneers, who clearly come into this game, John, as the better team.
No question about it. And I just saw, this is just out a couple of minutes ago, Brown is now available for the Tampa Bay Bucs in this matchup. So that adds even more fire to the Tampa Bay side here. So moving on to 1 o'clock game that'll be on CBS TV, MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Unfortunately, that's the host of the New York Jets. They're 0-3. They're taking on Tennessee, who is 2-1 on the season. Tennessee is a 7-point road favorite. The over-under is 44 points. I don't even think I have to guess who you're going to pick here, Bobby, but tell me anyway.
Yeah, you know it. Everyone watching knows as well. This is like the free space on the bingo card. The fact that you can get the Titans -7, -110. Derrick Henry leads the NFL in most major rushing categories. Conversely, the Jets' run defense is slightly above league average and obviously hasn't faced a talent like King Henry. Meanwhile, Marcus May is out for about 3 to 4 weeks due to an ankle injury. He's the best defender on that Jets defense, so that's going to hurt them every way imaginable. Their offense they're the only team averaging less than 10 points per game. The Titans, they're 2-1. They've been up and down to this point. This is a chance for them to take a step towards consistency and add to their lead in the AFC South.
Yeah, I like that play quite a bit. That's going to be one of my circa plays on the Titans, one of the 5.
But you know what happens now, John? We're talking about how easy this game seems. What's going to happen is the Jets end up winning or the Titans don't cover. That's exactly how this goes.
Well, then, if that's the case, I'll strike it off my circa card. But no, I think the play is to take the Titans.
I think it's too easy. I think we've got a winner here.
Yep. It reminds me of tonight's game with Cincinnati and Jacksonville. You just can't take Jacksonville. I went 4-1 last week in the circa, and the losing pick was Jacksonville. What an idiot, right?
It was worth a shot, but with Urban there, it's
right.
Disastrous. I don't see him sticking around for a second season.
I think you're right there, too. So the last game you want to talk about is the New York Giants. And unfortunately, my power ratings, the Jets are the worst team in the NFL. The Giants are the 3rd worst team. They're taking on a team that is kind of surprisingly stronger than I anticipated, with the New Orleans Saints being 2-1 on the season. This is going to take place at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. The Saints are 7.5-point favorites, over under 42 points. Who's the best bet in this matchup?
Yeah, I do think that the Saints, that week 1 win against the Packers, had more to do with Green Bay than New Orleans. But nonetheless, now they finally get to come back to the Superdome. They'll be in front of a full house for the first time since the 2020 playoffs. So that was 2 seasons ago. It was the 2019 campaign, 2020 postseason. And the fact that you can get the Saints at -7.5 in this one, -110, I'm all over that, John. This is a top 3 run defense, a secondary that just got Marshawn Lattimore and CJ Gardner-Johnson back, and they looked formidable against the Patriots, who I think have a better offense than the Giants, as much as New England's struggling on that side of the ball. Meanwhile, New York, much like their counterparts at the Meadowlands, the Jets, this is a team that is complete disarray. Dave Gettleman has done a horrendous job trying to rebuild this team through the draft. The only reason he took Daniel Jones was because of his relationship with the Mannings. Joe Judge, clearly they're not taking to his style of coaching. It's been an undisciplined football team, which right there is a glaring sign for concern. Scoring-wise, the Giants' offense ranks towards the bottom of the league in that department, and their defense, it's league average in terms of points allowed per game, but at the same time, 2 of their first 3 opponents, Washington and Atlanta, are in the bottom 10 in scoring. Joe Judge, stop punting the football and being so cowardly when your team has a chance to win games. And so, again, at -7.5, I expect the Saints to cover.
I like the breakdown, Bobby. Well done. My pick, I'm going to go back to the Bucs and the Patriots matchup. And looking at this game, Belichick as a home dog is remarkable. But to your point and your analysis, it doesn't matter because Brady is now the opponent. Brady knows that defense extraordinarily well. And Belichick is a master defensive mind. He's always been a great defensive coordinator / head coach. He wears both hats. And I think he's going to find a way to slow down the Bucs offense a little bit. They're not going to entirely contain them or minimize the Bucs offensive attack. It's too talented. So I like the under, and this is one of the best ones I have out of the database. It's gone 21-2 over the last 5 seasons, playing the under with a home team, which is New England, that is simply off an upset loss of 14 points or more. That's all there is to it. So you have a team that got embarrassed, like New England, and then they regroup. So what do most teams do? They focus on ball containment, don't turn the ball over, play solid defense, stay in the game, try to win it in the 4th. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. And I really do like the under Sunday night between the Bucs and the Patriots. So that would be the end of our show, Bobby. I wish we could just keep going and going and going, but it would get too long.
Yeah, I don't get long-winded. Nice and efficient. Make sure people are able to digest and then go and take these picks, especially yours, John, and cash them at the window.
Yeah, I think I'd like these picks to go 3-1. Maybe we get the sweep. I like all of them. All 4 of them are solid betting opportunities. So on behalf of Bobby, myself, sportsmemo.com, wagertalk.com, sportsmapradio.com, and make sure you listen to those shows, guys. Thursday night with the diehards, Friday night with the diehards. Awesome stuff, awesome information. It's made me a better. I can tell you that much right now. So we'll end this show here, as difficult as I'm having right now, with the old saying, may all the wins be yours.